What's going on, everyone? It's me, Zerker, and today we're going to do my May manga haul. May ended up being a pretty interesting month. I was able to purchase a few mangas I've been putting off on buying, mainly because they are a little bit more expensive, and they're not ones that are a priority for me to be reading right now. And I found some stuff that I've never heard of before, and yeah, I started picking up some stuff that was on my list to buy, but I just never decided to buy it. So, with all that said, a couple notes. If I sound a little weird, congested, raspy, or whatever, it's allergy season. This is the year where I get my random allergy that I get like once every couple years. And sorry if there's any background noise as far as, like you hear lawnmower or leaf blowers or whatever, or even planes flying over. The lawn care guys are doing their stuff in my complex right now, and I live close to an Air Force base, and they're doing their flight path right now today. So what can I do? But let's just kick it off. So the first one we're going to talk about is going to be the Mobile Suit Origin mangas. I have been picking these up for a while, mainly because these are on the pricier side of things, and I said this a while ago in my first video I did. I don't really have any intention on reading these. I just really love these covers, and I love the spines, and I just love how they look on the shelf. And for me, Mobile Suit Gundam is not something super special to me. My experience is really Gundam Wing, and maybe I think I watched a little bit of the MS 80th. I think is what it was called. But other than that, I don't know a whole lot about Gundam, but I figured if I ever do want to get caught up on the history with this would be a good place to start. But ultimately, it's just more of a display for my bookshelf. So, yeah, here's a volume 8, and then I got volume 8 to I think it's 11 or 12, volume 9, volume 10, volume 11. This is my favorite one so far as the spine goes. I don't know why, but every time I look at it, it just catches my eye. And lastly, volume 12. So this marks me completing the Mobile Suit Gundam Origin mangas. On this next one, I've been putting it off for mainly just because it is a little pricier, but also it's an omnibus. I'm not huge on omnibuses just because I'm always afraid when I do go to read them, creasing the spine. Like, I'm always afraid of doing that, so I've always been kind of putting it off. But it's going to be the 20th Century Boys. This is volume 6 right here. This one I haven't started reading yet. I wanted to wait till I got all of the series in, and it comes highly recommended from a friend of mine at work, and I always hear about it wherever I go. Like, whether it be like to the used comic book store nearby, or we have a little manga shop just down the road. I say it's like an anime shop more than anything, but a lot of people are always talking about, like, when you're buying manga, have you read 20th Century Boys, blah blah. So decided to pick it all up. I'm gonna read it. My friend recommended me Happiness, which I fell in love with, so I'm gonna take his recommendations with a lot of confidence. As he said I'm gonna like it, I'm gonna buy it all before I start reading it. So yeah, here's volume 6, volume 7, volume 8, volume 9, volume 10, and volume 11. And I think what I'll even do, since I got all these, I might as well buy the 21st Century Boys, because I think that's only like 2-3 volumes at most. And then that way I can just binge through everything all at once. These next two I found at what's it called, Half Price Books. I like to randomly run in there, usually before work, when there's less people there, and just kind of do a quick cruise through the manga selection they have. This is one I've seen couple times there. It's always been kind of sold out when I go back. So I decided to pick it up the next time that they had some volumes in. And that's the Kusaragi Delivery Corpse, the Kusaragi Corpse Delivery Service. I got volumes 1 and 2. I know they have the omnibuses of these, but what I think I'm going to do is read these two eventually, see how I like it, and kind of decide from there whether or not I'm going to pick up the rest or not. So, that's those two. Continuing on with Half Price Books, this one actually it caught my eye. It was off by itself on the shelf, and not stacked up against anything. And I saw I had some awards that had been won for it, so kind of picked it up and read about it. But we're talking about Tenken, and from what I can remember about the plot was an evil bestial deity basically destroys the world, and there's a young woman. She has to escape her destiny. She ends up working in an industry that is a rough line of work. And let's see, she gets chosen to become sacrificed for the Yamata no Orochi at the 50th year or 50-year Tenken festival. And it's a love story, obviously. So her suitor, or the guy that is interested in her, decides to jump into what is considered the abyss that she gets sacrificed into, and they discover a dark secret of the ceremony. Won some awards and won the Japan Media Festival Arts Award, and the art in it is actually pretty cool. It's kind of a style that I like a little bit. Really, really dark, hard lines, but it's also got like a lot of nice like shading to it and everything. So hopefully, I'll like it. Hopefully, we'll see. But yeah, Tenken, if you've actually read this or know more about it, drop in the comment below and tell me about it. Now, this one, surprisingly, this is weird. So okay, I found this one, the Legend of the Satsuma Samurai, at Half Price of Books. I had originally picked up Lone Wolf and Cub, volume like 12 or 13 or something like that, but they wanted $15 or something like that for it, and I wasn't really wanting to pay that much for that at the time. They had this one there for, I think it was like $5 or $6. This is volume 3 of it. I said, whatever, I'll go pick it up, whatever, and see if I can find it like on eBay or whatever. So this is about, from what I gather, a samurai story, which kind of something I want to get a little bit more into with my manga. I went to I guess it's a used comic book store. I'm not really sure exactly what it is. They have used comics. They sell comics, but then they also have way back in like the dustiest corner, like this a little section for manga that they sell. And lo and behold, they actually had this one, but I already had it in my car in the trunk. But they actually had volumes 1 and 2 still in the wrapping, and they were selling them for like $5 a piece or something like that. So I picked them up. So now I actually found out, I didn't know this at the time, but this whole series is only the 3 volumes, so I kind of lucked out. I did actually, that same comic book store, they actually did have the same volume of Lone Wolf and Cub, and it was cheaper than Half Price Books. So I maybe start going over there a little bit more to buy these mangas, especially the older titles, just because Half Price Books, they know what they're doing, they know what they're selling, so they're gonna price it that way. But yeah, I got these 3. I'm gonna look forward to cracking into these and start reading them soon. So now it looks like we're kind of getting into what's serializing currently. I still have, but yeah, we're getting into things that are serializing currently. So expect the usual titles like The Way of the House Husband, Volume 5. Not much to say. Just read the manga. Don't watch the anime that Netflix produced, because that one's garbage. It's hot garbage. Just watch or just read the manga. This is hilarious. And then we got volume 5 of Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out. This is probably my favorite volume of the series so far, just because you get I guess the full introduction of her full family, like her siblings, her father, and her father is hilarious. So check this one out. If you haven't read it, it's pretty wholesome, pretty funny. Don't let the covers fool you. It's a good one. And then we got Rent the Girlfriend Volume 6. I know this came out technically on the 1st, but I'm recording this after the 1st, so it's part of the May haul, I guess. But yeah, Volume 6, I think I'm going to wait one more volume. I wish these were coming out a little bit faster, because I think where this is where the anime ended. I'm going to kind of look around in here to see, and if that's the case, then I'll wait a couple more volumes before I start picking this up to read. But I did enjoy the anime, and as everyone says, this is a very tough choice on who the waifu really is in this series. Attack on Titan, Volume 33. We got one more after this before it's all said and done. Now this one, Bakemonogatari Volume 8. Now, I know I said I never had any real intention to actually read this manga. I just buying it because I do love the Monogatari series, and I did love the anime of this. But I was reading online that this is doing a pretty good job of adapting the light novels and kind of getting more, I guess, of things across that the anime did. Because if you watch the anime, they talk really, really fast, so the subtitles go through really quickly. And then on like the little cutscenes when they got all the words flying by you and everything, yeah, you don't got to deal with that in this. So I may just pick this up just to kind of get a more in-depth understanding of the universe that this takes place in. I think I understand it pretty well just from watching the anime, but I think I can get a little bit more if I start reading this. So I may just start picking this up and actually reading it more. So we got my favorite manga that I've read in a while. It's Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatomo. I love this series so much. Don't let the first volume scare you. Don't let the first episode of the anime scare you. Just stick it out. It gets a lot better. It gets more wholesome as it goes. So check this one out. Now we got Chainsaw Man Volume 5. I know previous videos I said I'm not enjoying Chainsaw Man. I will admit, Volume 4, and I think I've said in another previous video that Volume 4 was the turning point for me as far as me enjoying Chainsaw Man. So we'll see if Volume 5 can keep me hooked. I do like the cover though. I think the cover on this is absolutely wonderful. It's probably the best cover that this series has so far. And another one we got ending in one more volume. Demon Slayer. This is volume 22. We got one more after this, and then it's all done. Go back to the series that's not currently serializing anymore, I guess, but it's still being released, I think. But anyway, this is one I've been meaning to pick up for a while. I'm probably one of the weird people that enjoyed the anime for the most part up until the ending. And I don't know how much the ending is different in the manga, but I'm willing to find out because I enjoyed the anime that much. But talking about Akame ga Kill, I got volumes 1 and 2 right now. I have always intended to pick this one up at some point, and I'm kind of realizing now that it's getting a little harder and harder to get this as it is. So I'm gonna just start grabbing them now while I can, before the used market gets outrageous for these. But yeah, I got volumes 1 and 2 of this. And continuing with Akame ga Kill, we got Akame ga Kill 0. I got the first 4 volumes of this. And this is kind of the same boat with Akame ga Kill. I've always had an interest in buying it, just been putting it off. And now that it seems like it's getting a little harder to find these, especially new and sealed and all that, I think it's time I just bite the bullet and start buying them when I can, when I see them in stock everywhere. So got the 4 volumes still in the wrapper. And I actually just found out that this guy, and I think it's the same artist too, They have another series out, and I think it has a very similar premise as this one. I can't remember the name, but it's something got kill. So I'm actually gonna look into that as well. I got Volume 8 of Hell's Paradise. This is one series I'm going to wait until I have all, I think 12 volumes is that this one's going to be. It's like 12 or 13, but I'm going to wait till I have all the volumes of this. Uh, my friend who is currently reading it, I think on the website for Viz, he definitely told me I'm going to enjoy this. So I'm going to take his word for it. Like I said, he recommended Happiness. He recommended 20th Century Boys. He didn't really recommend this one. He knew I was buying this, but he knew I wasn't reading it. So, but he said it. He said, "Dude, when you read it, you're gonna love it." So, yeah, Hell's Paradise follow me, and I know the anime's coming out, so I may actually start reading it before that happens. Before the anime comes out, I don't. We'll see. I'm gonna read it or not. We'll fix whatever. Hell's Paradise follow me. Now, let me tell you about a little thorn I've had in my side for a couple months. My friend who told me about Happiness was right. I did love Happiness. I could never finish reading Happiness because I was always missing a volume. What ended up happening was I bought volumes 1 through 4 of Happiness. Read volume 1, loved it. Immediately picked up volume 2, started reading it. Once I finished volume 2, I said, well, if I don't stop now, I'm going to get caught up to where volume 4 is, and then I'm going to have to wait for these books to get delivered. Bought all the rest up to, I think, volumes, the rest of the volumes, I think it's up to 10. I forgot to add volume 6. That or volume 6 was out of stock and I never caught it when I ordered it. And then I could never find it in stock. When I did find it in stock on Amazon, weirdly, it was by a third party. The third party said they shipped it. They charged me. I never got it. Never got a tracking number. So I went through kind of a pain in the ass through Amazon to actually get my money back from this person. And then randomly I was just on Amazon and it popped up and I got it. So now I have all 10 volumes of Happiness and now I can pick up where I left off and finish this wonderful series. So I already know I'm going to love it regardless of how it ends because I fell in love with volume 1. I thought, Oshimi did a fantastic job with the pacing, the story, and the art and everything. So Happiness volume 6. Finally got it, the whole thing. A new one I was looking at and kind of putting off on buying. But I decided to buy it because I've been hearing a lot of great things. Zom 100. I got volumes 1 and 2. Basically, from what I remember, this guy works a dead-end salary job type of thing, and he hates life, just like most people do when they work a job that they don't like. But the zombie apocalypse happens, and suddenly he's happy, I guess. But based off the title, he creates a bucket list, I guess 100 things to do during the zombie apocalypse, and he sets out to go do them. I heard it's got a lot of great humor. It's pretty wholesome and all that, so I'm looking forward to reading it. I'm gonna wait till I get probably 3 volumes, so I'm gonna wait for I get one more. Then I'll read it and then kind of decide if I'm gonna keep going from there. Now, Happiness was a little thorn in my side. This next series was quite possibly a lot of thorns in my side. I heard about this series from Joey, the anime man. Actually, I heard originally he was talking about Doubt, and then he talked about Judge. So I got interested. It's kind of a thriller, gory, suspense type of series, from what I remember now. But anyway, I could only ever find volumes 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. There was a guy who contacted me a while on Manga Swap. He wanted like $125 for one volume, which was the one I was missing. That was volume 3. And I said, no, that's too much. And then I'd always see them on eBay or whatever, anywhere ranging from $100 to 150 plus, just for one volume of for volume 3 of this one. I was like, this is just ridiculous. So finally, I found somebody who was selling a bundle. Unfortunately, he was selling volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, but it was $80. So I jumped on it. I figured I'm not gonna find any cheaper. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have duplicates of Judge, but I will have the full complete set. All 6 volumes of Judge. I have all 4 volumes of Doubt, and hopefully, this next volume that I got coming in will be the final volume I need to complete Doubt, Judge, and Secret. Judge, Volume 3. I finally got it. Finally got it. Now, my favorite manga that I've been reading. Actually, I haven't been reading. I only read Volume 1, but kind of like what happened is I instantly fell in love with it. And it's outrageous. It's insane. It's got really good art. The story is so bizarre. And I love every little bit of it so far. I'm talking about Raw Hero. Decided to pick up volumes 2 to 4. And this is a fantastic series so far from what I've read. And the covers are they're awesome. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna spoil nothing. But yeah, you should definitely check out Raw Hero. That's volume 2 there. Here's volume 3. This is my favorite cover. I think this is just probably the most misleading cover. But yeah. And then volume 4 with the Ahigo face. But yeah, check out Raw Hero. At least check out volume 1. It is so bizarre. It's so insane. It is so crazy. It's amazing. It's a great series to read. But yeah, that covers it for me. That was my May haul. I was finally able, like I said, to finish up a lot of these others, like these 2 Summer Century Boys and the Mobile Suit Gundam Origin series. I was finally able to complete those. That actually takes a huge burden off of my list, I guess, of things that I need to buy or things I need to finish. Judge, getting that cleared out of the way was a huge win for me. And like I said, I got supposedly Secret is in the mail. Tracking shows that it's supposed to be delivered either today or tomorrow. We'll see. You'll know next month if I get that. Well, actually, at the end of the month, because it's already June, so you'll know at the end of the month whether or not that came true or not. Getting Happiness was another big win. I think May was an awesome month for me just because I was able to, like I said, to get a lot of these series finished up. A lot of these series bought, a lot of these series completed. May was awesome. But anyway, that's me. That's Zerker. That's my haul for this month. What manga are you collecting that's been really hard for you to get all the volumes in your possession? Because I think that's something that a lot of us struggle with. So actually, I understand if you don't even want to say, because then people will be looking for it and be looking into it. But if you have a series and you're open to talk about it, let's share it. Because I would really like to know what other titles people are looking at that they may not have, or that they're interested in looking into but they're afraid to get into because it is older series. I know a lot of people, from my understanding, a lot of people don't know Judge or Secret or Doubt, but still, when you find it online, you're like, why is that $100 volume? So, but anyway, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go sit in front of the fan, cool down for a little bit. Zerker, I'm out. That's my haul for this month, and I'll see you next time.